Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Life Lessons series and the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel number 237. The Life Lessons series just basically lessons that life is trying to teach us that we may not be paying attention to as best we could. When we continue to pay attention to them well, we get more out of daily living, and so that can be super, super valuable. If you are looking for life, business, relationship coaching, we can certainly connect on a deeper level and do that in a meaningful way. And we continue to do that hopefully in a meaningful directive. Doing that continually can be super valuable for a number of reasons. In any event, um, please feel free to reach out at PO Perception on Twitter and or in the About Me section of this YouTube page if that's something you're interested in. First thing is to empower others. Empowering others is one of the most valuable things we can do because when we empower others, we also build up people that will empower us if we need it at a later point. We are meant to be social creatures. We are meant to be individuals who are very well connected to the idea of kind of being there for others and knowing how to do that and being committed to doing that as often and as effectively and efficiently as we can. When we begin to commit to the process of being there for others to the best of our ability, we also then give the biggest and best chance for things to change for the better for ourselves and for the people in our lives. Searching for approval is not nearly as effective as approving ourselves, and so sometimes self-approval can be something as simple and not limited to, hey, how do we treat each other kindly? How do we treat each other well? How do we make decisions around the idea of really making sure that people are cared for to the best of our ability, and knowing how to do that in a manner that is going to make sense and be committed to the process of building a community or a tribe. Community and tribe building is super important. We live in a very divided world. If you don't have people around you that understand you and are able to support your growth and development, it can be super, super toxic and not good for us at all. So, building a community does not mean exclusivity. It just means building with a group of people that you believe ultimately are people who have at least some degree of level of desiring to be in our lives and there for us and allowing us to be the best versions of ourselves we can be as often and as effectively and efficiently as possible. Sometimes being that person isn't always easy. Sometimes it's not always simple or as effective or as driven as we'd like for it to be. But when we begin to live on the cusp of good things coming rather than in the fear that nothing good can come, we then become super unbalanced or in a negative, or we could be in a negative space there. And so, knowing how to do that, knowing how to be there in a more directed way is one of the most important things that any person can do in a continual and consistent manner. And so when we do that, we also make life simpler and better and more effective for ourselves. The next thing to look at is the continuation of kind of building a rapport with um, finding ways to appreciate others and bring appreciation wherever we go. Every person that is in our lives has made some sacrifices to be there, as we have for them. And so when we appreciate people from where they are and the sacrifices they have made, we also increase their overall view of their value in our lives. And when people feel valuable, they're more likely to give more openly, they're more likely to feel supported, they're more likely to feel like the time spent on the relationship is worthwhile. And ultimately, that is one of the most important things that anyone can do. We'll be back with more right after this.